Alright, what's good, everybody? Your boy Turtle the Ascended here, back with another amazing video, man. We still on this tier list here, dog, and today we're going to be taking a look at the tier above the mid, which is the upper tier. If you have not seen the other tier videos, please go check that out. If you have not seen my criteria video, please go check that out so you have a better understanding of how I did these tiers, or at least the merits that I like to use to determine how good a character is. And as always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn the post notifications on, and let's get into this video. Alright, so we're finally this far in the upper tier. So some of y'all might already be up in arms on who you see there. But I'll explain my reasoning. But either way, upper tier. I want to take a quick second to talk about what the tiers kind of mean to me. At least a tier list should not be about necessarily who's good. It should be about who's the most consistent, right? Because everybody in Smash Ultimate honestly is not terrible, right? Even Kirby at the bottom is not terrible. Like there's still maybe one, maybe two matchups that you can pick him in and be comfortable. Or people low tier and mid and bottom tier, they can be picked for a sneaky counter pick, right? Mid tier, I don't think any of these characters are really solo mainable in mid tier. I think if you want to play in mid tier, you need a secondary, and at that point you might as well just play a top tier that does the same thing. But at the same time, if you want to play the character you want to play, that's you. I can't stop you. There's 70 plus characters in the game, so it is what it is. But upper tier, I believe, is the start of characters that you can solo main and succeed. I think these characters are all solo mainable. I think they are all very successful characters. I think they're pretty strong characters. I do think that some of the characters I have in upper tier are going to be more controversial than others. For example, some characters people will probably put higher are definitely the Yoshi, definitely the Pichu, probably, I think, maybe. I'm not actually sure on that one. Ness, most likely. I think I said Ness, but Ness is probably what could be higher. Olimar could be higher. Some might say Ices is too high. Some people might say Meta Knight's too high. Some people might say Mega Man can be higher. Some people might say the Mii's don't deserve to be up here, or maybe they deserve to be higher. I don't know. Not really. I really don't know. But this is just my experience with the characters and how I feel about it. So, you don't have to like it, but hey, leave me your opinions in the comments, right? Tell me why you think they should be where they are, right? It's a tier list for a reason. Tier lists are almost always opinion based with some data. So, at the end of the day, it's up to whoever makes the list to make the inference that they deem to be correct, right? It's just my perspective on the game. Okay, so let's not waste too much more time and get right into the list, starting with the boy who is at the top. And this is not ordered, by the way. This is not ordered, I promise you. It won't be ordered until you get to, I think I have high tier and up ordered. I don't remember. I'll see when I turn the list up. I don't want to scroll it up now and show you some sneak peeks, you know what I'm saying? So starting with Meta Knight. There's actually a lot. I want to start like this. There's a lot of discussion, or was a lot of discussion surrounding Meta Knight, and people were saying like, oh, that character's bad, or that character's bottom 10, and that character's really trash, he's not good, blah blah blah. And I'm pretty sure, I'm hoping it was Cap. Because this character is not bad, like not at all. This character, if you're calling this character any less than mid tier, you're capping. Like, you're just capping. I'm sorry. Like, this character has 0 to deaths that are guaranteed off the side. Now, they're very specific and they're tight, but they're 0 to death still. So, and even if they don't kill you, he still has multiple jumps, right? So you're still out there with a character with 6 total jumps and a neutral B that has a sweet spot that can hit you further out while he goes back to stage, right? He has so many recovery options with the side B, the drill, and down B dimensional cape, right? Shuttle loop is a very powerful kill option off the top. He's got combos into that kill option off the top. The ladders do still exist, and regardless of SDI, he can still kill you with them as long as he's good enough to follow your DI, which I have done multiple times before. Myself, being somebody playing Meta Knight to, I guess, more or less prove a point, but I think Meta Knight's just hella underrated. And I really think the main reason for that is because Meta Knight is not like most good characters in Smash, where he's not mash happy. You can't just play Meta Knight, right? You have to know Meta Knight stuff because of how limited his approach options can be, right? His best approach options being a dash attack or a dash grab, right? And then you can play some neutral with dare camping, that's just jumping around a character's full hop, double jump height to where they can't really get to you, so that you can just punish them with the dare or land on them with some type of aerial. The character's very safe. This character can space well, keep his moves safe, has a great punish game, phenomenal punish game actually. He's tied with the pits for fastest. Excuse me. He's tied with the pits for fastest down smash in the game at frame 4. So that's incredible. He has great kill options. He can put down damage very easily. I think I said that. He can surprise a lot of people with some mechanics that folks don't know about. For example, Neutral B, the Mach Tornado, can actually crush some projectiles, right? So actually, for example, against the Lynx, he will, if they shoot an arrow or boomerang, he can Neutral B, it'll clank, and he can keep going right through it. Same thing he can do against Ivysaur side B. There's a list of stuff that he can just go through and still attack you with. So it's a lot harder to actually zone this character than you think. He's also pretty quick on the ground, like really quick. He's not as small as I think he should be or as heavy as I think he should be. So there are some weaknesses, but I think it's literally just because this character is not as mash happy as everybody else. So everybody just says he's bad. Right? Like, there's a lot of situations where Smash players in general will just call really technical characters bad because they're not good enough to play them. That's just my take on it. So you can disregard that if you want to, but that's just how I feel, and that's just what I see when people talk about the character. So it's kind of the same thing moving on to Ice Climbers, right? Ice Climbers here is a very technical character, right? It's honestly the same as Brawl. Right, you get grabbed, you die. Like, this character can just kill you. Like, the combos, the desyncs are really, really crazy. The neutral game is actually not bad, right? You can use side B to punch through a lot of things and use the hops to get, as a combo starter, first of all, and to get in, right? Neutral B is not bad as a decent projectile to throw. I mean, it's not all that. It's not super amazing. It's not this game-changing projectile, right? But it's still pretty good, right? It could be worse, right? It's not bad. It's usable. Down B can instigate some traps and some nonsense. The only thing that really sucks is the recovery. The defense with this character is kind of whack, since again, you have 2 people, and the way the parry mechanic has changed makes it a little bit harder to protect Nanan, in my opinion. But the character still just throws out touches of deaths, right? You can't, characters that can just readily throw out touch of deaths can't be any lower than mid tier. And I think these characters can be optimized even further than they have been, right? They're just hella underrepresented. And I think these characters, actually both of those 2 characters, I think those 2 characters absolutely have the potential to be high tier. Meta Knight, I think, actually has the potential to be top tier, but in order to be played at that level, you would have to be absolutely perfect, which is not realistic with Meta Knight. So I think at maximum he might scrape high tier at max. Same thing for Ice Climbers. I think they might scrape high tier at max because even with all the stuff that they have, their neutral still isn't phenomenal. It's just pretty good, right? Falco is another character that could be high tier, but I think he's in general worse than Fox. I think his combo game is amazing, but he has a more specific combo game, if that makes sense. His combo game is freeform-ish, but it's not completely freeform. Pretty much you're just aiming to get like down tilt, up tilt, maybe a grab, up throw, maybe down throw. But he does have some unique combo starters, right? Or combo confirms as well, right? You can get side B to back air, which is pretty crazy. You can get up throw to back air, which is pretty crazy, which is guaranteed kill combos, right? He's very damaging. He can go really far off stage. He has an amazing full hop. His jump height is crazy, right? So it's really hard to stay above this character and not get hit. But his drift isn't that good. So his recovery is... I think his recovery is actually the worst it's ever been in the Smash games. I think it's the worst it's ever been. Like, he doesn't go far. He doesn't go far. So it's easier to edge guard him than it is Fox, right? So the character is decent, right? The character is pretty decent and neutral. His speed is very low. That's why you have to do a lot of side B to get in, but they gave his side B a mean buff in the past, making it not even close to being as laggy as it was before. Like, it's quick. Like, it is deceptively unpunishable, right? But it is punishable. Right? I'm not saying it's not. And the reflector's nice. Being able to... You'd be surprised how easy it is to catch people slipping because of the fact that he kicks his reflector out, right? Which means he's actually going to reflect it faster than most characters. So it's going to hit you sooner and you get caught off guard super easily. So he's a very sleeper OP character, I think. I think he's definitely high tier material. I just don't think his movement is really enough. You have to really accommodate him with certain stages. But the blaster's decent. If he could like landing lag cancel the blaster like he could in like Brawl, I think he'd be a ton better. But moving on to Pichu. Pichu is fallen from grace. Another one of those characters that we talked about is fallen from grace, but not because of his game, because of how many nerfs he's gotten. Right? I think is Pichu he or she. Don't remember. Don't care. But the Pokemon is still pretty good. I don't think this character is even high tier anymore, honestly. I think the character got some good buffs to compensate, but at the end of the day, Pichu is a hard shadow of the former glory it had. It still damages itself quite a bit just for trying to play neutral. And Pichu's the lightest character in the game. So that doesn't bode well for this character, man. It really doesn't. Character dies super easily, which means you can't mess up, right? But now the damage output you have is crazy. The setups you can do are crazy. The fact that you are small is crazy, right? You're harder to hit, and you can still play a Pikachu-esque game, but I think not having a hitbox on the up B, right? The fact that it's agility, not quick attack, I think that really hurts Pichu and sets back the neutral, because it makes it I think it's a hurt. It makes it extremely easy to punish for using that on stage. You be like Pikachu and zip, hit them, interrupt them, and do some nonsense, right? There's a lot of stuff that up B enables, and the fact that it damages itself. Those two factors really set Pichu back, and Pichu no longer has the power it once had that traded for that. So you really have to work for those type of combos and damage and stuff like that. But the character is definitely still good. It could definitely easily be high tier. I think it would just need to have its self damage set back a little bit more in order to at least be like high tier. So Mega Man is also a potentially high tier character. I think Mega Man is very difficult. I think Mega Man was actually better. They changed, what is it? I think it's the Leaf Shield that they changed. I think that Leaf Shield change really did a lot. I think it did a lot more than people think it did. And Mega Man in general he's just really annoying. Like, he's just really freaking annoying, right? You can't really pull up on him because you just get limited in the face. So you have to play against a projectile that you have to guess whether or not he can shoot once, twice, or 3 times in a row, and then the air hit knocks you back. Right, so it can just snipe your jump a little bit. So the characters are mad and annoying and really good at it, and has good damage, good kill throws, powerful moves. That back air is stronger than it's ever been. That forward air is stronger than it's ever been. It's crazy. Combo's pretty nice. Can cheese you off the top with up air. The character is really good. Really, really, really good. I think the character is... I honestly, personally think the character is probably actually high tier. But I also think that Mega Man doesn't really get the job done all the way by himself. But like I said, all the upper tier and above characters are definitely solo mainable. You just have to put in a lot more work against other zoners who can do what you do better. And the zoners like say Wolf could just blaster through your lemons and stuff, I believe, because it has transcendent priority, I believe. So it can be rough with Mega Man, but you really have to stick to the long game. You don't really have any other options but to play like that, right? The whole running gun style. So moving on to, I'm gonna talk about both Miis at once, honestly. So I wanted to put Mii Sword Fighter here, but I play with somebody who plays Mii Gunner, and I've personally played quite a bit of the Miis in general, especially in Elite Smash. I've played Mii Sword Fighter in tournament a couple times. I've played Mii Brawler in tournament once, I believe, only once. I don't think it was in like doubles, so it didn't really count. But I think the reason these two are better than Sword Fighter is because Sword Fighter lacks solid combos and a solid grab game. Like, he has some stuff, but he lacks the solidarity, right? Also, the specials that you use are pretty much always predictable. Like, there's almost never a reason to go anything but the tornado and stuff like that, the staples, basically. But with Brawler and Gunner, first of all, their arsenal of moves are just better. They're just better. I could legitimately use pretty much any move in Mii Brawler's arsenal, because Mii Brawler as a character is just all the best parts of, like, say, Mario, some ZSS, right? Some Fox, right? He's got a lot of good stuff. So the versatility of his kit is much higher, and he can combo the crap out of you, and has some pretty good mobility, actually. So the character is very versatile, very powerful. Even ESAM is trying to pull some stuff off with this character. Mii Gunner is really freaking good at zoning. Like, if you put some real work into this, it's kind of like Mega Man. But I honestly think Mii Gunner is a better Mega Man, because Mii Gunner's special moves, you can obviously use the charge shot. Like, every single special move in Mii Gunner is good, right? You can, and what's the best way to say it? In my personal opinion, everything in Mii Gunner's kit works together. You could just randomize all of Mii Gunner's moves, and the kit's gonna work together. Like, it really doesn't matter, because you're a dedicated zoner anyway, right? And you don't really have many boxing tools, but you can combo too. You can drag people down with that up air. That forward smash is multi-hitting, lasts a long time, so if you do anything but freaking try to roll on, and even then, you get hit by a lot of stuff messing with Mii Gunner. Mii Gunner is something serious. But Ness is another character, like I said earlier, could be put in high tier. But the reason I don't think Ness is high tier quite... Ooh, excuse me. The reason I don't think Ness is really high tier, per se, is because I think Ness gets by with a lot of cheese. I think he gets by with, especially online. Online cheese is so prevalent. even on the offline scene when we see a lot of Ness, Ness can do some damage. Ness is very strong, but I think Ness abuses people who can't edge guard well. Ness does lose to good edge guarding. So it's like if you edge guard well, like really well, then you'll beat him. But anybody can honestly edge guard really well. The problem is that with Ness, if you fail your edge guard, you might die for it. That's the trade-off. But Ness is pretty good. Got good disjoints and stuff like that. I just the more, I guess the more proper reason that I have him down here, but the proper reason I have him down here is because I don't think he's as good as the characters that are above him, in my honest opinion. Sheik is here. I'm gonna be honest. I think Sheik is a top tier character because Sheik didn't really lose anything from Smash 4 besides the 50/50s. But Sheik still has the combo game, and Sheik's gotten a lot of buffs. So the Sheik can't kill meme doesn't really exist. It's just you have to know more. And it's kind of like the same thing with like Meta Knight and Ice Climbers. You have to know too much just to play this character. And even watching Void, I don't think Void has even fully properly optimized this character either. And there's so many setups, so many kills, and so many percents that you really have to know in order to reliably kill with this character. But once you hit a certain threshold, then you're just trying to kill him. But Sheik still has great edge guarding. Like I said, has amazing combo game, has great frame data, still has great frame data. So I don't know why people thought Sheik was bad in the first place, right? Just because she didn't kill that easily. But her edge guard and everything else was really good. So you just have to work harder, way harder. But if you play well with Sheik, you get rewarded. I think that's definite. Yoshi is a character I think that gets by on mostly lack of matchup knowledge, in my opinion. Yoshi's very mobile in the air, so Yoshi does play Smash really, really well. The double jump armor is also something else, but there are tricks that you need to know to fight this character that work against this character super easily, like footstooling. Footstooling destroys this character. You footstool this character off stage, you're just kind of done. But the eggs are pretty good. The character's mobile AF can erase your shield. It's a pretty annoying character, honestly. But I think the character is very, very deal withable. I don't think he's as consistent because there are certain things that can just happen to you for you to not win. But the character, like I said, he's in the upper tier for a reason. Like, he still very much so solo mainable. Very much so solo mainable. I would probably say in terms of consistency, he's probably the most consistent character in this tier. Either him or Ness, I'd say, are the most consistent. Actually, I lied. There's another character I think is the most consistent, but I'll get to him in a sec. But Yoshi's really good. Yoshi's pretty good. Luigi, again, another character that's fallen from grace. He can't be any lower than mid-tier because of the same reasons of like Meta Knight and Ice Climbers. Character can 0 to death you. And it's not hard. It's not hard. Character might have the best punishment in the game with the up B. The Shoryu, the Scream Shoryu is crazy. The tether grab, being able to like Z drop and then go into like Fireball, lets him set up a decent space, which gives him options that he never really had before. His dash attack is really powerful for some reason. Don't understand that, but it is. Tornado, no, it's not Tornado for him, it's Cyclone. Cyclone is pretty good. I think it's invincible on frame 1, frame 2, one of those two. But it's a pretty quick and good get off me move. Not to mention his Nair is a good get off me move. So the character has lots of you can't combo me, but I can beat the heck out of you options. Like I said, the combo game is phenomenal. Even if you don't go for the 0 to death, the combo game is phenomenal. Having a tether grab makes it a lot easier for him to actually get grabs because he can go Zair into grab and then you get comboed for half life. If you want to find a game, he would literally put you at half health immediately, right? You're going to like 50, 60, 70, depending on the character, depending on what your options are, and even then he can set you up. You do something stupid, you get upbeat, you just die mad early, right? Or get carried to the blast zone with a combo that lets him combo into Cyclone, or bait you into air dodging and then hit you with the Cyclone. So the one thing that keeps his character from being higher is obviously recovery. It's really easy to edge guard Luigi, so it's like stunningly easy. Greninja, I think so. With Greninja and actually with Sheik too, I should have said this. I think Greninja and Sheik honestly deserve to be top tier, but both of them are substantially weaker versions of Joker. Right? You could take aspects from both characters and get Joker, right? You have the speed and the combo power from Sheik, and then you have the actual power and confirmed power that's more simple from Greninja, and then you have Joker that has both, right? But Greninja's really solid, really strong. I think this character is also underrated, maybe. I don't know where people are putting him personally, but I do know that I don't think he's a mid-tier character at all. I think Water Shuriken is too good of a projectile. It's a projectile that you have to deal with, more or less, and he can throw it any which way. I think Up B is a great tool if used correctly, not only as a recovery, but as a way to mess people up. You can kind of use like a mini flood, and it has a lot of utility purposes that you can use with it. Shadow Sneak is a lot better in this game. I want to say it was buffed. That's what I was about to say. I want to say it's been buffed, but Shadow Sneak is a phenomenal tool. It's a kill move in this game, and it's a very solid spot dodge read move or a roll read move, just built in. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. And then using it to come back to stage from various places. Down tilt up smash is still a true confirm. Back air is really nice. Forward air is really powerful. Let's see what else. The counter is a piece of crap, and he also suffers from getting edge guarded pretty hard. But his grounded mobility and his jump height are really good, which is really nice for a character, and again in a Smash game. And he's pretty safe. He's pretty safe. The only issues that I would say he has are his combo game isn't as solid. Like, he's not taking you to like 70 or anything like that, right? Without the footstool stuff, he's not taking you to like 70 or anything like that. He's hitting you with small combos for like 20, 30, maybe 40, depending on what you do or if you did something stupid. So he's just hitting you for a few combos, unless he gets like certain plat combos or something like that, right? Drag down. He does still have drag downs, so that is a thing, but he doesn't get like footstool stuff anymore, which sucks, or jab block stuff. But it's still a very solid character. Then we're coming to Byleth, MKLeo's de facto current main. This character, I don't think this character is high tier. I think this character is entirely too slow. I think this character is honestly not worth playing over the sorties above him. I don't think this character is worth playing more than Actually, I lied. I do think this character is worth playing more than The most redeeming move about this character is the Nair. First of all, it's a multi-hit move, which automatically makes it difficult to parry. And it combos into everything. Nair into grab, Nair into down tilt, Nair into dash tag, Nair into Nair into forward tilt. And these are all kill options, right? The up air is amazingly strong. The up B tricks that Leo pulls are disgusting. The combo damage is disgusting. And the range game is disgusting. But I think the speed of this character really hurts it a lot. And that's why I have it upper tier and not high tier. I think in Leo's hands, this character is easily bottom top tier, right? You always have to remember that of the player that's using this character is just really freaking good, but also loses a lot more matchups than he normally will like win. I also think Leo gets a lot of good bracket luck in a lot of cases because, you know, when he goes to losers, we automatically start seeing him switch off of Byleth, right? So take that as you will. I don't think Leo would switch off of a high/top tier, or maybe not a top tier, you know. So I think this character is weaker than some think, and a little bit better than some believe. Because some people think this character is mid tier. I don't think so. I think this character is perfectly suited to be slotted in the upper tier. Definitely solo mainable, as Leo has proven in the last few tournaments, I believe. Wii Fit Trainer has gotten nothing but better from Smash 4 to Ultimate. I think this is the best character nobody plays. I think this is absolutely the best character that nobody plays. The zoning is great. Praise the Sun, neutral B hits hard as heck. Down B, phenomenal attack buff, and give you some health. The soccer ball mechanics. Is that what it is? Is it soccer ball or volleyball? Side B, either way. Side B mechanics and tricks are crazy. The crouch is crazy. The setups, the kill power, the zoning, right? The mobility. Like, this character has some pretty good mobility. This character's not slow. Like, this is the best character nobody plays, in my honest opinion. I have a friend that actually dropped Wii Fit Trainer from Smash 4 to this game, and I'm like, bro, come on, bro. This character is honestly pretty disgusting now. I don't know what you're doing. You know, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Ike is another character that was carried by MKLeo and MKLeo alone. In MKLeo's hands, especially early Ultimate, this character was a top tier, easy. But only in MKLeo's hands. I think this character in actuality at the time was maybe high tier. And even then, like, the characters have either gotten buffs or gotten explored more. And I think this character has gone down now that people realize MKLeo was just really carrying the ever-loving crap out of this character. But the character is still very solid. He's honestly, to me, the most fundamental swordy in the game because he teaches you everything you need to know, right? He's not very fast, so you really have to learn how to play with low speed. His Nair is an excellent neutral tool. If you space it well, you get stuff. And just in general, it's easy to do combos with him. Down tilt spacing is really nice, and he has a lot of power, right? So he has pretty much everything you could ask for except the projectile, which is what his main problem is. He gets zoned out super duper easily, so that's his fatal flaw in a game where zoners and mobility are really preferred in this game. So both Samuses, I'll put them both here. There's no real reason to... I forgot what the one difference was. There was one difference between them, I think. But ultimately, these are the same character. The zoning is really good. Zair is amazing. The Zair is annoying. Like, amazing. Might be the best Zair in the game, honestly. The Zair is annoying to deal with because it has a bigger hitbox, I believe, from previous games. The missile, the tricks you can do with the down B, and Samus players actually have dubs on top players. So, like, this character is high-key slept on. It may be famously a for glory roly character, but played properly, this character can do some disgusting stuff. You can play aggro with this character. You can commit to zoning with this character. You can play spacing with your aerials with this character, because this character hits hard. That back air is crazy. Great out of shield option with the up B. The offstage recovery can be mixed really easily, really nicely. And honestly has no trouble killing. Honestly, zero trouble killing, so strong character. Olimar might be the best character at running away because of the way he inflicts damage mostly, right? Tossing Pikmins onto you. And Whistle is super annoying. Super annoying. It's almost as bad as freaking Bats Within in Smash 4. Because it'll just armor through whatever you did if it wasn't completely true. And then hit you for it. Up smash as fast as frick for no reason. Like, I don't understand why they gave him that. He's very cheeky. The only reason I really have him in upper tier is because he takes a lot more work than people think he does. It seems like it's just easy to just start chucking Pikmin, but paying attention to your order, using the right Pikmin for the right situation, like when you want to go for a kill throw, making sure you have that blue Pikmin to land the grab, right? Purple Pikmin, smacking the crap out of people with your aerials, paying attention to the weight of your Pikmin also, or having a certain number of Pikmin to make sure you can recover. Right, there's a lot of stuff that you actually have to maintain in order to play Olimar properly, so I think he takes a little bit more work than most people. That's why I have him here. And last but not least, we have the worst fighting game character in Smash, being Ryu. Ryu used to be super broken, but has been toned down a lot. He's also been buffed quite a bit in this game, being able to do Kara cancels with down smash. Which, if you don't know what that means, you can literally charge down smash and then cancel into like Tatsu or Shoryu or something like that. It's kind of cheeky, but Ryu's still pretty good. Ryu has a lot of really good 1-2s, right? He hits you twice and it does a solid 30-40 like it used to, right? It's just not like Ken or Kazuya, who could kill you or do 60-70, you know, or Terry, who can just do the same combo and not have to worry about messing up ever. Right, but the character still hits really hard. The defining feature of Ryu is his fireball, which you can clank with like a jab or any hitbox really. But red fireball, regular fireball, both really good. Both really good. I've seen one of the best players in my region use it to counter a zoning character, actually, and just outplay them fireballs, which is pretty funny actually. So he does have a place. He is still solo mainable, but 9 times out of 10 you're not just playing Ryu, you're probably playing Ryu and Ken and Terry. So but that's all it's going to be for the upper tier, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, let me know in the comments below your opinions on who should be here, who should not be here, and why. Remember, this is my opinion, so keep it classy, guys. Keep it classy.
Sounds